Have you ever wondered why some singers sing with such ease, tension-free, while others struggle through tremendous, it feels like barriers or tension? Perhaps that's even you. Well, today we are going to explore the connection between the nervous system and singing here on my new channel, Conscious Singing. If you don't know who I am Indy. I am a recording artist, singer, songwriter, and mentor in the area of voice to many over the years. And this is my new channel, once again, Conscious Singing. Welcome, welcome. In the nervous system, there are many branches and parts, but today we're just going to focus on the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic meaning exactly what it sounds like, automatic functions that regulate the body internally. So things like heartbeat, heart rate, involuntary muscle control, organs, things like that. And inside the autonomic nervous system, we're going to look at two branches known as the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Now these two play a key role for those of us that are singers or dancers or any of us. Honestly, it affects all of us as humans, but today we're just going to focus on singing. The sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight response. We live in a society where people are exacerbated in their stress levels, me included. It really can wreak havoc on your entire body and all of your functions. And we're going to explore that a little more and how that can affect singing and how singing can actually help. So, contrary to the sympathetic nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, or the PNS, the other branch, regulates your calm. So when you're not in a state of stress caused by the sympathetic nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system can regulate your immune system, your mood, your digestion, and so many other things. When one of these two or both are out of balance, which my theory is a lot of people are experiencing this, and I have a feeling that I have experienced this myself in the past when I had a lot of voice loss in my life. I will do a separate video about that and talk about this. When someone experiences high amounts of stress, they can have an imbalance of one or both of these systems, and that can cause tension in the singing. Why? There's something known as the vagus nerve, which is a part of the autonomic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And it connects from the brain all the way down to the digestive organs. And on its way, it connects to the vocal organ, the larynx, the back of the trachea. So what does all of this science tell us? In simple terms, how we respond to stress affects our singing. So if we are in a sympathetic nervous system response and we're trying to sing, our muscles are going to tense, therefore creating more tension. So the key to relieving tension is the vagal nerve or the vagus nerve. How do we relieve tension with the voice? Stimulating the vagus nerve. We do this through somatic practices. And in these somatic practices, which there are many, the key ingredient is deep breathing. Every singer that has been on the singing journey for a long time, teacher, singing teacher, any dancer, yogic practitioner, even sound healer, you all know that deep breathing is the key to de-stressing. And the reason is because of the vagus nerve. So you know how in our world, the biggest problem we have is mental health. And my thoughts on mental health and the biggest problems with it that people face are having to do with stress. Well, if everyone just integrated their own choice of somatic practices where they daily practice deep breathing, they could probably heal whatever it is, whatever type of stress that they are experiencing, and start integrating and having more of a regulated system, stimulating their parasympathetic nervous system more regularly. Because what happens is when the sympathetic nervous system is irregular or overstimulated, like what is very common in our world, things like digestive disorders arise, autoimmune, I have that, PTSD, things like that. Oh, hello! What's going on? It's a small world out here. Welcome to the lake. It's not a lake, it's actually a pond. So if deep breathing is the key to stimulating the parasympathetic so that the body calms down via the highway of the vagus nerve, then we must learn, each of us, which somatic practices we want to learn if we want to overcome depression, anxiety, digestive disorders, PTSD, the list goes on and on and on. So I'm not saying that these definitely heal those conditions, however, they can most certainly help improve. And there's a lot of research out there that talks about this. So when we sing or when we dance, when we work out, when we do yoga, when we lie down and take in a sound bath, when we receive a massage, anything like that. So when you do any of these activities, and there's so many more, it's going to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system as long as you are taking the time to take a deep breath. So that's why when your voice teacher says, make sure you take a deep breath, you have to actually listen to her or him and do it. Because it's not only going to improve your singing, it's going to improve your entire health. And this also proves that your own voice and sound healing in general is one of the most powerful tools that we have as medicine. So I hope you try singing if you haven't been, and if you are, explore taking even deeper breaths. I know I have a long way to go with that after living an extremely stressful life myself. There's so much healing and powerful experiences to yet be explored through deep breathing. It is no coincidence that the people of the ancient tribes and our ancestry and ancient cultures all practiced singing and dance as a form of therapy. They would hold celebrations where they performed body shaking and singing in their traditional music, traditional way of doing it, whenever they were experiencing tremendous loss or happiness. It is something that we as a society have lost touch with, unless you are a part of and still have strong roots tied to your culture and your ancestry. And I hope that as we move forward as a collective, we can regain, re-explore, and reroot ourselves with these old ancient practices, for they hold so much wisdom and teachings for us all that we could really learn from. I just want you to see these ducks, okay? These are geese. It is my hope that as we move forward as a human collective, we learn how to reintegrate and re-explore these old ancient teachings and wisdoms that our ancestors performed, releasing their heavy emotions as well as their celebratory ones. Perhaps they didn't experience high levels of stress, depression, and anxiety and other mental illnesses that we all do. And maybe if we relearn how to use these somatic practices in our everyday life as an alternative form of therapy, maybe that is when we will begin to heal. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I honestly would love to hear from all of you, your thoughts on tension, the vagus nerve, the parasympathetic nervous system, and any and everything that I have covered. There's so much information out there on this topic, and I can't wait to see the world of voice science, as well as singers and vocal teachers and coaches and mentors everywhere, connect and come together more and more as the future progresses, and exploring this amazing information that can help us all on our singing journeys and our personal journeys as well. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Indy. If you can, please in return, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want more, I am offering free 30-minute trials one-on-one. The link is in my description below, as long as a link to a free workbook in exchange for an email where I will send you more information on anything and everything that I have coming up in the world of conscious singing. I wish you well on your singing journeys and have a great day. I'm definitely having a great day on this beautiful lake.